Hi, Alex from Scale Swimming. How are you?
All right, Marcus. How are you keeping?
I'm good. Again with a new episode of Let's Talk Swimming, and today we have a topic which is also in my DMs a lot. We talked that up as well in my DMs on Instagram and YouTube. Breathing, and not how to breathe. It is not how to do it properly, and it's not how to do it in rotation. Is it really possible to breathe with just one eye? Because the premise is that when you breathe, you should just turn your head in freestyle. You just rotate your head to the side with your movement of the arm, and only one eye is out of the water, and half or a bit of like there is a line in the middle of your head. One part is out of the water and one part is in the water. Now people ask, how is that possible? And there we come to a title of it, and it's called Breathe Pocket. I head over to you. What is your take on that? What would you tell them? Is it possible? Why is it possible? What do you think?
Yeah, good one. Of course it's possible. It's actually like for a beginner, a swimmer, it's quite alien, and it does look a bit weird. In fact, we've done a couple of clips and reels and stuff like that on our channel, and I've had some comments like, "What? Half the mouth is in the water. Like, how are you even breathing?" And it is because of this air pocket, this breath pocket, whatever you want to call it. And what people can't understand is that when we propel ourselves forward, and if we have our head in the correct position, then there's a little bow wave, our nose, our head creates this lovely little pocket for us to breathe, which then means we only have to turn our head a little bit. And as you just mentioned there, one goggle, one half of your face is still under the surface of the water, but there's this lovely area for you to then take that big breath that you can then trickle out. Remember, this is something else we'll talk about, but we don't hold our breath, we slowly trickle it out. Do you get a lot of people, you say people talking to your, I'll say it again. You say that quite a few people slide into your DMs and ask you about how to do this. Have you responded to them, and what are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, I have responded as you said it nicely. How is it possible to have one like the half of your face below the surface and half of your face above the surface? And yeah, obviously, and this is physics, proper physics. If you swim or go forward, you can see that also on boats. There is a little bow movement, so you get a little pocket on both sides of the boat. You also get it behind your head, by the way. You get it on both sides equally. If you turn to the side, less on the back side, because wonder why? Because your head goes to that side. It's not the same. Your head shape and it's a bit different. But yes, that pocket will be created automatically, and people need to trust that. That is the first thing. Trust that it will happen. Obviously, if you go super slow, like, then it might be a bit of a challenge because the pocket can't get created. But if you already have a certain speed, and we're not talking about crazy numbers about 130 on 100 meter, we talk about even 230 on 100 meter, you already create that pocket, which is enough to keep one part of your head in the below surface. And that is first the trust that it happens, and secondly, yes, you are not allowed to lift your head when doing it. If you lift your head, the pocket will be gone. There is the other thing is like it will be gone, and you obviously breathe water in, like you take the water in. Obviously, that is the second thing. So as I said, trust in it, and then usually I say, yeah, well, first of all, try maybe go into a bathroom and or in a bathtub. Put a round thing or an oval-shaped round thing or ball or whatsoever in it, and have the shower head pointing at that thing, and see what happens on the side. You will see just to get the physics of it and see what happens. And then always you see around the ball, you get a little dent, pocket where you can breathe in. And yeah, as a misconception, which I always this is what I say. And as again, misconception, what I usually hear is, oh, you know, I need to somehow lift my head out of water to get breathing. But again, I get air, or they breathe too high. No, you literally just need that. And that is usually, and I think it's a trust thing. I think it's a trust thing.
Yes, it's backing yourself and believing that there will be this air pocket available for you to then take your breath. Now, you know, one thing that somebody can do to speed themselves up through the water to create a slightly larger pocket is put fins on. You know, we always talk about isolating components, practicing and using drills. If you put fins on, you're going to be faster. And again, just think about a boat going through the water. When a boat goes faster, there's a bigger bow wave, and then therefore there's going to be a bigger pocket for you to then take your breath. So there's nothing wrong with, if you are at the moment and currently really turning your head to the side too much, then stick some fins on and just practice only moving your head a little bit, because it's really important, right? We talk about moving the head, and you say that if you lift your head too much, then the bow wave disappears. But the most important thing is you start to snake through the water, because our body's all connected.
True.
So you lift your head, and then you turn the body, and then you start to snake through the water, and you're not darting through the water. And if you're not darting through the water, you're going to be creating more resistance. You're going to slow yourself down.
True, true. Oh, that's a good point. Actually, the one with the fins and this get a bit of more speed. And yes, what you mean about the head lifting and not so, I just want to make it visual for people. So if I'm lying in the water, what we mean is the water surface is here and we have some sort of a stick. Yes, we tend to say that you look like 45 degrees to the front, but this is just looking. My head is never really like looking to the front or anything like that. We still, I see, keep a low chin and everything, but I slightly look to the front. But again, when I turn around my long X to the side and back. Never go out of it or anything like that. And as I said, you said it, you will create the snailing movement which we want to avoid. But again, the fins, I like we as we already on about giving ideas on how to feel it and how to understand it, how to get it. Yes, I like the fins because you get naturally more speed, and then the bow movement is bigger, and so you can find. So I guess it's not a really large topic. It's just a smaller topic, but I think it's very important that we picked it up. Again, just to summarize it, I think we can correct me if I'm wrong. Get trust in it that it's there, this brief pocket. You will not breathe water in. You can test it with the shower head in a shower with a whole thing, just slowly about the surface, or look at a boat. And see that there is around the front, there is this pocket side. How do you create certain speed to really feel it and to get used to it? Take fins, swim faster, and do turn. Important, the rotation of your head is always around the long X. Yeah, I think.
Well summarized. Love that, Marcus.
That's good. No, I mean, it's important. I saw it with another call which I had with Abby, and where it really worked well, and I think I want to do it going forward. Instead of pointing it out throughout the conversation, at the end we need to have the conclusion of what is important, what can be done to avoid it, or how should it look like, and then what can it be done to avoid it and to change and train. I guess that is it. Thanks very much for this. I think it was a bit more. It was a shorter topic, but I guess important nonetheless. Still very important.
Short and powerful. It's going to help a lot of people.
I bet so. I bet so.
You know, like, people are really worried, and you just see it. People are so worried about breathing in water, so they do over-rotate their head, and it just has a massive impact on their stroke and their technique.
Exactly.
So it's having that belief that they're not going to take a mouthful of water when they take that breath, because there's that lovely air pocket.
Exactly.
So it's practice, and that's your conclusion for every single Let's Talk Swimming, I think, is there's no shortcuts. You have to practice, and the more natural and relaxed you are in the water, the faster you will be.
Good one. Good point. And here we close on that note. Thank you very much.